All right, we are coming down the home stretch of up and running with Power BI for Dynamics 365. We're on part 9 of 10, so just 2 parts to go, and they're fast and easy parts. So in this part, we're going to talk about 2 of the latter stages of creating your Power BI dashboards. How to publish from Power BI desktop to online, how to turn those reports you created in desktop and published online into dashboards, how to share those, and a quick word on security. Let's dive in. Okay, so here we are back in Power BI desktop. Kind of familiar with it now. You've built some really cool reports using Dynamics data. Let's publish that report. So you're going to go hit publish. Now, if you have not yet saved it, you're going to be prompted to save to your Power BI desktop first. So it's going to save a file. It's called a PBIX file. You'll choose where to save that. Then you'll publish it to Power BI. You'll choose the workspace in Power BI you want to publish it to. You might only just have My Workspace, but you might have other ones you've created with Microsoft Teams or groups or so on. Once it's published and you're done, you can navigate to Power BI, or you can just click the link, and there it is. There's the dashboard that you just created. In fact, the page you've even drilled down to. It's totally interactive, exactly the way you designed it. So if I click on different images, it's going to actually update in real time based on backend data. I can do drill through to the subpage that I also created. That subpage is also interactive. So as I click around, maps update, lists update, grids update, goals update, all of those things work for me. I can use the back button to navigate back to the parent page that brought me to this if I want to. I can pin an item from that parent page to the dashboard that I created earlier. So any dashboard I have, whether it has Dynamics data or other data in it. And now you can see here's my dashboard that has Excel data in it, native in Excel, Excel data in it that's been summarized in Power BI, and Dynamics information. I want to share that with other people in my organization. I just click the share button. You can see I've got options around, do I just want to give them the dashboard, or do I even want to allow them to have access to the underlying data set? So if they want to go roll their own dashboards, they can. Now let me take you all the way back to when we talked about joining and transformations. This is why you want to do those well, because you'd like to share this with them. So if they want to use the Power BI Designer directly online to be able to create their own reports and their own dashboards, you want to give them a user-friendly experience to do that with. So the better job you do with cleaning up that data for them, the better that's going to be handled for them when they get online with it. So that's it. You've just published them, you've just created dashboards with those reports, and you've shared those reports with your other users who are using Power BI. Now there's some licensing questions I'm going to come back to in the final part of this you need to understand to make sure you really can share. We'll talk about that in just a second. Now, a couple of other things. Here are some great links for you. I'm going to give you in the last part of this series the ability to come back to me and get all of the links, but here's a couple of key ones. So learning more about sharing Power BI and all the ways you can do it beyond what I just showed you, there's a great link to go learn about that. Now, when you think about sharing and you're a Dynamics user, you might also be thinking about security. You might say, look, I don't want certain users to see certain pieces of data that's in Dynamics. How does that work in Power BI? Well, the reality is anyone who looks at a Power BI report is going to see that data in the context of the person who created the report. It does not out of the box honor your Dynamics security rules. What do you do about that? Well, there's some pretty robust ways, but that are pretty simple to implement to do row level security inside of Power BI. There's a link to start your learning process on that.